Okay, we're back for what will be hopefully another short tutorial, as long as I can keep my thoughts and soapbox comments to myself. So in this one, we're just going to layer in a few titles and graphics. These are things that I've produced in advance inside of After Effects that we can use for this course. After Effects is a fantastic program. It is on the expensive side. It's part of the Adobe Creative Suite. It is also very in-depth and very tricky to learn. If you're just doing this as a side project for your business or your brand, I do not recommend diving too deeply into After Effects, if at all. A lot of what I've created in After Effects, you can create to a certain degree inside of this free software. And you can create your own titles inside of your title tab. But for this one, what we're going to do is we're just going to take some pre-made titles for the sake of time. And I'm going to show you how to drag and drop them in and just make sure we get them in the right spot. So with that being said, let's go ahead and push play. Hey everyone, I'm Brantley, one of the founders of Cut Yeti. So right there, I introduced myself with my name. It'd be nice if I had a lower third title to go along with that. And let's just go up here and check under Animations, Titles. And oh, look at that. Someone thought ahead. Let's go ahead and double click. And I don't see anything. All I see are my gray and white checkerboard, which implies that there's transparency. And it doesn't look like there's anything there. Let's go ahead and hit the play button and see if anything comes up. I'm Brantley, one of the founders of Cut Yeti. Unlimited video editing for a low monthly subscription. Okay, so there is definitely something there. You also heard some audio. Now what I did was whenever I created these graphics inside of After Effects, I actually brought in the audio from this project so that I could time it inside of After Effects. Now that audio, if we were to take and drag this and bring it in, it's bringing in video and audio. We don't want that. We only want the video. Let's go ahead and highlight it, hit Z to delete. What we can do is we can just, as we're hovering here, we get some options. We get use video or use audio. I just want to use video, and it even tells you if you click and drag, all you're going to get is video. That's all we want. And we're going to drag this around where I say my name. Let's drag our timeline indicator over here. Let's hit Shift F to zoom in. And let's see if this matches up. Hey everyone, I'm Brantley, one of the founders of Cut Yeti. Unlimited video editing for a low monthly subscription. What would be nice is if my name comes up right when I say my name. And I believe I say it right here. I'm Brantley, right there. So let's drag this over until my name comes up right about whenever I say it. Hey, that could actually work. I'm Brantley, one of the founders. Let's see how that sounds. Hit the space bar to play. Hey everyone, I'm Brantley, one of the founders of Cut Yeti. Unlimited video editing for a low monthly subscription. You can probably see, and that works out pretty well. Let's leave that one just the way it is. And you can see a few other titles that we've already created. Let's go ahead and just play through this video, hit the Shift G key to zoom out, and let's see what other ones we can use. So this one is You Shoot, We Edit, User Friendly, HitFilm, that's the name of the software, Cheap or Free. Let's just go ahead and play through and see if there's any good spots for these titles. Hit the space bar to play. Two horns coming out of the side of my head, and that's because our Cut Yeti logo is right behind me. But Cut Yeti's not why you're watching this video. You're here because you're interested in becoming a video editor. And that is awesome. Video editing is hands down one of my favorite things about being a filmmaker and media producer. Now your journey towards becoming a video editor probably didn't start here. It probably started with the Google search asking, what is the best video editing software? And at the top of the search results was probably Adobe Premiere Pro, Avid Media Composer, Final Cut X, DaVinci Resolve, Sony Vegas, the list goes on. But as a beginning video editor, it's important to do two things when choosing a video editing software. Number one, is it accessible and user-friendly? You don't want something too complex that's going to scare you. Okay, right there. I just said user friendly, so you away right. Double click on user friendly. Come down here, and there it is. Remember, we only want the video, so let's just click and drag the video down here. And let's see if we got it timed right. 1, is it accessible and user friendly? You don't want something too complex. Let's have that come in a little bit sooner when I say accessible. Where number 1, actually we'll have it start when I say number 1. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Keyboard shortcut is Shift F. Let's do it a couple more times. And this is my audio waveform where I say number 1. Number 1. And I want to have the animation start when I start to say number 1. So we'll drag and let it go right there. Let's see how this feels. Hit the space bar to play. Editing software. Number 1, is it accessible and user friendly? You don't want something too complex that's going to scare you away right off the bat. And that worked out pretty well. And let's see what's next. And number 2, the cheaper, the better, free in a perfect world. And we have that one right up here. Let's go ahead and position our timeline indicator where we think it should start. Right off the bat. And number right here. So if this one started at number 1, this one's going to start at number 2. So cheap or free, double click. Let's scroll through to make sure it's the right one. Yep, it is. We're going to drag use video, and we're going to have it start right there. And let's see if we nailed it. Complex that's going to scare you away right off the bat. And number 2, the cheaper, the better, free in a perfect world. Well, we're going to address both of those in this first video. I've found a free software that you can download today. It's good for PC and a Mac, and the learning curve is very easy. But not only that, it's a software that you can grow with over time. And if you ever decide to transition to one of the bigger players like Adobe Premiere Pro or Avid Media Composer, then the transition is going to be super simple. The name of the software is called HitFilm Express. And right there is where we want our HitFilm lower third. So let's back up our timeline indicator. And let's hit play. The name of the software, right there. Let's have it start at the name of the software. So double click, and it's going to show up right over here. Remember, we just want the video, so we're going to take that and drag it right there. And let's see if we got it. The name of the software is called HitFilm Express. It's made by a company called Effects Home, and we're going to download it today. We're going to install it, and I'm going to show you how to set up your account. So let's get started. Okay, we nailed it. Now we have one more lower third title, and it's called You Shoot, We Edit. Go ahead and click on that and scroll through. There it is, You Shoot, We Edit. Now, I never actually say that in the video, but what this is, it's kind of like the Cut Yeti slogan. So I think it'd be kind of neat if we added this to the ending logo. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and take and drag the video, and let's add it right over in here. Let's see how this feels. Ooh, I kind of like how it just kind of pops in there with that symbol. Let's see that again. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it an awful lot. Now, we ran into a problem here. It looks like whenever I was rendering out of After Effects that I didn't render the entire file, so this one doesn't actually conclude. So, you have some options. You can learn how to use After Effects, go into After Effects, recreate this and render it in its entirety. Number 2, you could hire someone like yours truly to go in there and do it for you, or since it was actually my job to do it in the first place, I would just do it for free. Or option number 3 is you can be creative and figure out, okay, how can we make this work with the tools that we have right now? So what we can do is, what we could do is we could just fade it out. So we can go to Effects, Cross Dissolve, and add that at the very end. And let's just see how this feels. doesn't happen smoothly. So let's make this cross dissolve longer. Let's see how this is. It's okay. I think we can do better. So I'm going to highlight the cross dissolve effect, hit the Z key to delete it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think it's going to be hard to explain what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to show you as I'm doing it. So I'm going to try and find a point on here where these two white lines end at the ends. So right about there, I'm going to select this, so it's highlighted. I'm going to hit the H key, which is cut. I'm going to select this part right here, and I'm going to hit Z to delete it. Now I'm going to take this clip, which is the rest of it. I'm going to hit Control C to copy and Control V to paste, and I'm going to put it right up against the first one. Let's go ahead and play this back and see what we've got. Okay, so we've got a duplicate of the same clip. But what I'm thinking is if we take this clip and if we reverse it, maybe it's under Effects. Let's search and see if we can reverse. Okay, here we go. Time reverse. So under Effects, I just went to search for reverse, and there it is. Let's see if we drag and drop this, if this will actually do it for us. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Let's see how this feels. Hit spacebar to play. Now that feels better, but now I bet if we add that cross dissolve, let's go ahead and delete our search criteria in the effects panel. Go back down to transitions, video, dissolve, cross dissolve, and let's drag and drop this on the end of this clip. Let's extend it so it's nice and long. Let's see how this feels. So let's get started. That feels pretty good. Could we fine-tune it even more? Absolutely. Are we going to? Definitely not. This tutorial that I promised was going to be short has actually turned into a much longer one. So let's go ahead and call it on this one. In the next tutorial, we're going to add another animation to the top of our video, and I'll try and keep that one short, but I'm done making promises that I can't keep. So the best I can say is we'll see. I'll see you in the next one.